really the thought of just sharing and being available to influence, impact, and leave your imprint on people's lives has always been a part of who I am.
I think it's the heart and soul of what we do at PLEA. I think the family caregiver model is a very unique and tailored program for kids that have not had the experience that we can offer. I'll read the referral document, which could be anywhere from 100 to 400 pages, looking at what's not worked in their life and then try to tailor a program to make it successful. That might be looking at educational supports and then matching the strengths of that caregiver with the needs of that young person. Working with family caregivers gives our kids the opportunities to be in a home versus a facility.
The kids that come, they definitely come with trauma, sometimes substance use. Maybe they have had run-ins with the police, and usually they've never really had a good, healthy attachment in their life. We incorporate all the things that are needed for a holistic approach.
For me, that was very important. I needed to know what kinds of support they gave their caregivers. If you needed a go-to person, if you needed to make contact, if you needed to say, help, what was available? And I think that's where PLEA for me passed the grade.
Caregiving is 24/7, but you also have access to 24/7 support. The service coordinators work with caregivers, throughout the day, but there's also a live person into the evening and on the weekends that they get a program manager that's on call to answer and help problem solve any issues that might come up. They might have a youth that has a certain diagnosis that they've never worked with before, so we'll give in extra supports and training around what it needs to fill in the gaps.
When we make our schedule, we're also trying to make sure we're in contact with the caregiver to make sure, hey, is there something you can do to help you out, whichever days they may need help with, and also tailoring to what the youth needs are, because you might need to go to school or into a program, so we can tailor towards those kind of days for scheduling as well.
I really appreciate that. Please, creating a space for caregivers to come together and just meet each other. There's a space in which, as caregivers, you begin to listen to each other's story and you begin to say, here's a situation that was similar and this is how I dealt with it, and it really helped. I think within that context there's some really positive atmosphere for learning.
This is something to definitely consider. If you've had this urge in you to change the world, we'll start with one kid at a time.